What's up, YouTube? And Book 15 here. The deck profile on the deck, I took the regionals. Eatos D-Glads went 6-4, got one bye. Lost to Nordic Chaos, got beat by BLS 2 games in a row after winning game 1. Lost to GKs because I misplayed. Drew into a D-Fissure. When I had D-Fissure and MST set his space to drop my gorz. Can't really predict that. Lost to Chaos because it's just Chaos Tengu BS didn't draw D-Fissure till it was too late. And then finally I lost to Malific GKs where they dropped Cyberian twice and I couldn't get over the second one. I wasted too many resources getting over the first one. So got my own little test tiger token, so that brings you the deck today. And so let's start. We got Triple, Guardian Eatos, this baby girl. She gets the job done when it's not something that's 4,000 attack. And they have skill drain. Then you got Liquari as your main beater for glass. Request to recycle your glass that may be engraved or your war chariot. Double Murmillo, because very often you'll drop it to get rid of one of their monsters and the next turn they'll just attack over it. They'll be like, alright, now I don't have to worry about, so you got that second one. You have Bestie. 1, 2, good, 3, broken. So you'll never see 2 again. I'm sorry, people. If you love glass as much as I do, that never happened. Hop for defense, Darius to grab back monsters in the grave, Rhett to remove their monsters. Rhett put in a lot of work again yesterday, removing all those single light monsters that people put in their deck, stopping BLS quite a few times. I played 2 Twilight decks. Neither of them dropped JD on me, neither of them dropped BLS on me because I got rid of all their lights. Then we also have Gorz for protection and Morphing Draw for speed. That's all the monsters. Now we got Triple D-Fissure because you do run Eatos, so you need to make sure that their monsters don't be in the graveyard so they can't drop that BLS. That one that beat me twice. Really irritating when you do so much work and then they just drop one monster and then it changes the whole tide of the game. I won't say it's as bad as last format with Chaos Tengu plants and all that. That was terrible and before the XY Zero. Now it's kind of better, and this card just shuts down people. This card with Light Imprisoning will shut down Light Swarms, it will shut down Chaos, and it will shut down any light variant of the deck because they can't get around it because they can't use their effects, and then it just slows them down. And then you have Soul Release to remove any monsters in the grave that they may have got in there before you played this, or any monsters in your grave so that you can drop Guardian Eatos. You have double Proving Ground because Proving Ground searches out all your glads. It's a free Guys Artist if you already have one on field. And you have double MST. I was thinking maybe triple. Double seems consistent enough for me with Heavy Storm. I'm thinking triple because I got stopped by Heavy Storm 3 times yesterday. It cost me 2 sets because I used the Trap Stun. He used the Solemn because he road attributed me. I went Heavy Storm praying there wasn't a Starlight Road. He had the Starlight Road, so it was his game. I have 2 Forbidden Lances because they're really good in glass. They're really good in a lot of decks. A lot of people just don't realize it. And it lowers your monster's attack. It can keep your hop alive when the BLS attacks it, so then you can tag out and get rid of them. It's just such a good card. And your staples: Book of Moon, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, and Heavy Storm. A lot of people kept asking me why I ran Monster Reborn with D-Fissure. I say because this card says GG. You summon BLS, I got rid of it, it wasn't removed, I'll revive your BLS and I'll attack you twice with it. It just lets you see how I felt when he was attacking me with it. So that's all the spells. Now we got the traps, because it is glass. You can't?
Nope.
It's like chaos motion?
Nope.
But you could.
Nope.
I guess I misplayed yesterday, people. So they didn't call a judge. Triple War Chariot, because it's a glad deck. Starlight Road, because this card puts in work. He said 2 War Chariots. They use Torrential. And when you have that second monster deck or something, Starlight Road. Perfect example. Yesterday I had D-Fissure Light Imprisoning. I had D-Fissure, the guy summoned Lila. He used the effect, I used Light Imprisoning. He goes, Heavy Storm, I use Starlight Road. Now he's still trying to get rid of D-Fissure because it's a Twilight deck, and he needs to go off. Half his deck's already removed from play. He goes breaker, and I compose it. And then he goes to MSC, and I distribute the starters. It protects. It sets up protection. This card's too good. Torrential, you could go Starlight roll off your own Torrential. Mirror Force, you could go Starlight roll off their Mirror Force. Then you have Solemn, because it's just good. God says no. And then you have Warning, Composed, and Bottomless as Monster Hate. And then you also have Return, because it is a macro deck, a defigure deck, removal deck, whatever you want to call it. And your monsters get removed, and you can come back and win like that. I summoned Bestie in attack mode. The guy went Bottomless. I said, thank you, I win now. He said, why? Return from the different dimension. Make guys ours went from there, took over. That's the deck, YouTube. Now it's time for the extra deck on the side. So for the extra, your generic stuff, have triple Gyzaris, 1 Herc, 2 Esidari, and Chimera Tech, just because those are really generic things, covers most of your bases. And then I also took the other stuff. I had Stardust, just for Starlight Road. I had Leviair and Leviathan, thanks to some friends, my brother, and I didn't summon Leviathan or anything, but these guys put in work, with the exception of Chimera Tech. I didn't summon him once. Didn't play no gadgets. It was kind of sad. Every tournament before now, I went against gadgets at least twice, but it's okay. And then here's the side deck. 1 Valor for those tour guides. Yeah, he's taking stuff. Anyway, 1 Gale, because you could go Armor Master with it, and you could just use it to make other monsters smaller, so your glass can run over them. 2 Cyber Dragons for the Chimera Tech, and because they're good, nice size beaters. Bait out Warning, bait out Bottomless. 2 T-Kings. This guy puts in work. He stops their Xyz, he stops their Synchros, he stops contact fusing, he stops it from adding to hand. He's too good. 2 Test Tigers, because I'll side out the Eatos and just add more options to the deck. And 1 My Body. This card was good, but it wasn't useful yesterday. 2 Necro Valleys to shut down all those removal decks, not removal decks, all those chaos decks, because they couldn't remove for BLS. Dire Imprisoning to stop all those light decks. Every time I sided it in, I drew it. So I think this card likes me. It stopped a lot of dice one in Twilight, and it stopped the BLS for me to get the win. So I really appreciate this card. Then 1 Compose, because the second Compose comes in handy, and then double Trap Stun, so that I could just go into regular glass needed. Sign the Trap Stuns, they're like, oh, Trap Stun and then go Heavy Storm. Now I don't have to worry about Starlight Road. So that's everything, YouTube. Tell me what you think. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out Team We Are Legion. They win with me, and they're probably putting their own decks up. Later. Peace.